Hi guys, welcome back to another one of my videos. So today I'm going to be talking about starting a new semester of college or high school if they do semesters at your high school, or just starting a new term. Basically starting anew in school. I'm currently on college winter break, and by the time this video goes up I will be a couple weeks into my spring semester of my junior year of college. Can't believe how fast it's been going. So basically today I just want to talk about how I like to start new semesters, what I do to get ready for them, the supplies that I need, the schedules that I make, just all the thinking that goes into me starting a new semester. So basically, the first thing that I like to do is I like to figure out what my schedule is going to be. At least for me, every semester in college is different. As far as, obviously my class times, my work times. I'm lucky enough to have a job where it's very flexible hours that I can kind of make myself. I like to figure out when I'm going to exercise, all that. So this year, I have figured out my class schedule, and most of my classes are on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Basically all day. I am taking a couple night classes this year, just because of the classes I wanted to take and the times I worked out and stuff like that. So I would say step one is to obviously figure out your class schedule. I mean, you're probably going to do that when you sign up for classes the semester before, and you're probably going to think about, the times that work best for you as far as classes, but just make sure you verify that, and if there's any issues with it, I would definitely go and talk to your class dean or your academic services office. They should be able to help you finalize your schedule and stuff like that. I like to figure out when I'm going to be able to exercise, because I feel like in college it can be really easy to let exercise get away from you. It can be really easy to kind of just say oh, I'm too busy, or I don't have enough time, or stuff like that. So I like to, before the semester starts and before I get tired and stressed out from classes and homework and work and stuff like that, I like to sit down and look at my schedule, look at my days, and say, when can I exercise? This year, this semester, I'm going to try to make it a priority to exercise in the mornings before class. I'm going to wake up an hour earlier. I started doing it a little bit last semester, just test it out, and I think I want to commit to it this semester. Not every day, a couple days a week, just wake up an hour earlier and go to the gym for an hour a couple mornings a week, and I feel like that'll be sufficient for me. Combined with my Weight Watchers program that I'm on, I feel like that would be a pretty good exercise routine to get into. And that's another thing, don't expect perfection as far as your workout schedule in college, because you are going to get busy and you are going to get super stressed out, and you are going to feel everything. If you can hear my dog barking, Henry, because the heat just turned on. But hold on one second. Okay, anyway, so if you can just basically set a goal for yourself to work out a couple times a week. Don't turn into a workout Nazi and be I'm gonna go to the gym 6 days a week for 2 hours a day. That's not gonna happen. Set a realistic goal for yourself. A couple times a week, half an hour to an hour each time, and you should be good if you're eating healthy enough. Speaking of eating, I like to basically find out when I'm gonna be able to eat, because sometimes, in the past, I've made a schedule and I've made classes back to back to back all day, and then it'll actually come time for those classes to happen, and I'll be wait, I don't have any time for lunch. So when you're making your schedule, definitely consider meal times, and then, before the semester starts, definitely look at your schedule and be okay, when am I going to be able to eat lunch? Where's the closest dining hall? What's my, what am I going to do for breakfast? Am I going to go to the dining hall every morning for breakfast? Personally, that's not something that I do, because I just don't like to walk all the way somewhere on campus just for breakfast and then have to walk all the way to my classroom. I like to keep a banana or other healthy options in my room for breakfast options, some microwavable oatmeal or a banana or something like that. So definitely, dinner is usually pretty easy in college because a lot of us don't have night classes. I do, so that's something that I'm going to have to figure out as far as when I'm going to be able to eat dinner. So that's something that you might have to figure out if you do take night classes. So I would just look at your schedule, and also maybe even on your Google Calendar or in your planner, write down 5:30 is dinner time, just so you remember that you have to eat dinner at that time, or else you know, you're going to be in classes from 6:30 to 9:30, and you don't want to like forget to eat dinner and then be screwed at 7:30 when you're in the middle of class and starving. So definitely look at your schedule and figure out when you're going to be eating your meals. Another thing that I like to do as far as my schedule is figure out how many hours per day, or figure out chunks of time each day that I can commit to homework and studying. Because obviously we're in college as students, and that's the number one reason why we're there, is to be a good student and to get good grades, etc. So I want to make sure that I'm committing at least 2 to 3... Oh, Henry. Sorry about that. I want to make sure that I'm committing at least 2 to 3 hours per day to studying and doing my homework, because honestly that's what it takes in college. I feel like it honestly takes 2 to 3 hours on average, like at least 3 to 4 days a week to keep up with all the work that you have. So I like to look at my schedule and schedule those times in as well. Okay, so after I've looked at my schedule and I've gone through that whole process of figuring out what my time is going to be, and my dog stopped barking. So after I go through my schedule and I figure out what all my time is going to be dedicated to, and I basically map out my days, the next thing that I like to do is I take all the syllabi, I think that's how you say it. I take all the syllabi that my professors either hand out the first day, or they like release on a website like Blackboard a couple days before the first day of classes, and I like to go through all of those and convert them into my own agenda, like this one that I picked up at Target. So basically I will look at all those syllabuses and go through the dates on my agenda, and maybe I'll like pick a color for each class or something like that, and I'll go through each day and I'll write down all the homework that's due for each day from all my syllabuses, so that throughout the semester I'm not like looking at my syllabuses. Like I feel like I never want to look at the syllabuses other than like the first day, and then maybe like 2 or 3 times after that, just as far as like projects or other things that I might need to look at specifics. Okay, so after I convert all my syllabi into my own planner, written out myself, I like to make goals for myself each semester, whether that means making goals for my workouts, goals for my eating, goals for my grades, goals for my tests, just what I want to accomplish. I'll usually make like 5 to 10 goals per semester, and I'll treat those just like I treat my regular goals. If you guys watched my 2016 goals video, I'll link it here so that you can watch it if you're interested. But basically I will make some goals for myself each semester, just so that at the end of the semester I can kind of look back and I have something to go on, like what did I accomplish, was I successful, etc. Another thing that I think is really important at the start of each semester is figuring out where your classes are. Luckily, I go to a pretty small college, so I usually have a general idea of where my classes are at all times, but there's actually one class that I have this semester that I have absolutely no idea where it is. Like, I obviously know the building and number, but I feel like maybe the day I move in, or maybe the first day of classes, like earlier in the morning or something, I want to go and kind of like scout it out and like figure out where my class is, because there's nothing worse than being that kid that is late the first day, and then everybody looks at them and like is super judgy, and the professor's like, oh, it's important to be on time for class. So I don't want to be that person, and I highly doubt that you want to be that person. So I suggest that if you don't know where your classes are, that you scout that out before the first day of class. Another important thing is to check your mailbox. There are so many times when I'll forget to check my mailbox when I move back into school after winter break, and it'll be like 2 weeks later, and I'll go to my mailbox and I'll have like checks from jobs that I worked in the fall semester, or like just like ran a bunch of random mail, or like packages or stuff that I just totally forgot about, at the end of fall semester with like finals and everything. So it's definitely important to go and check your mailbox as soon as you can, right when you get back to campus. And one of the last things that I like to do is I like to prep my school bag before the first day of classes. So what that usually means for me is an over-the-shoulder bag, and what I like to keep in there is the thing that I'm going to take notes in, so usually like a notebook for each class, or just like a binder for all my classes, or whatever I'm using that semester, a pencil case, my agenda, and some like emergency items like Band-Aids or mints or like tampons or Advil, just like little things, and I'll keep it all in like a little pouch in my bag so that, you know, when I'm out on campus all day, I don't have to like go back to my room for a Band-Aid or something like that. Probably wouldn't happen. I would be bleeding all day or something. Like, I like to have those things on me just in case anything happens. Okay, and so this is the exciting part that everybody always loves about starting a new semester, is getting new school supplies. So I thought that I would do like a little mini haul, like it's not much stuff, of things that I think are super essential to starting a new semester, and things that I just like to like refresh my supply of each semester, because, you know, you go through these things and they wear out, or you lose a couple of things or whatever. So I just like to get new things each semester. So the first thing that I think is super essential is highlighters. These are just some basic Bic highlighters in 4 colors. Highlighters for me are like literally life when it comes to school, because I like to highlight in my textbooks, I like to highlight my notes, I like to highlight in my agenda, I like to highlight like my own to-do list. I highlight everything. So it is so important for me to have at least 1 pack of highlighters each semester to be able to keep up with my note-taking and my studying, etc. So highlighters are definitely a must-have. My next must-have is a fresh pack of pens. I like colorful pens, kind of for the same reason that I love highlighters, because you can use them to like point out interesting things in books, and they're not just like black or blue ink. Like, you can use it to correct your own papers. Like if you're going through a paper and editing it, you can use different colors, red or pink or whatever. And I like to take notes in different colors or underline in different colors, and I just think having a new pack, a fresh pack of colorful pens is a great way to start a semester. And these ones are just Inkjoy clicker pens in the medium 1.0 millimeter ink, and they're ballpoint assorted colors. And I picked all this stuff up at Target. The next essential for me is to have little notebooks so that I can make to-do lists. This is just a cute little pack they're called mini journals, just from the dollar section at Target, and I really like this design. It's like a gold and white Aztec-y design, and then this one, blue, green, and gold, and it says mini journal for big ideas, and I just think these are super cute, and I'll keep these either in my planner, or just in my bag or whatever, and I am constantly writing to-do lists in college, like, constantly. I have a to-do list for everything, like my shopping list, my homework list, my like everyday life list. I'm constantly writing lists, so it's so important for me to have these little notebooks so that, you know, I can constantly keep these lists going, and it's important that they're little so that I can take them with me everywhere. If it was like one of those big notebooks, I would not be able to take it with me everywhere, and it would just be super inconvenient. Little notebooks are a must-have, especially because I know everybody takes like lists in their phones, like their shopping lists and stuff, but a lot of my college professors don't let me use my phone in class, so this is a great way for me to be able to write down ideas or things that I think of in a notebook, and like it looks like you're writing their class notes when really you're just writing like your to-do list. So little notebooks like this are a must-have for me. And my last must-have is a planner. I picked this one up from Target. It's a Sugar Paper Los Angeles brand paper, and this one is a weekly and monthly planner for 2016. And I don't know what I would do without a planner. Like, I cannot imagine life without a planner. Like, I know not everybody is a paper planner person. Like, some people like to use Google Calendar and stuff, but to me, one of the best things they teach you how to do in like middle school and junior high is when they give you an agenda and they make you use it, because it puts you in such a good habit of having a place that has everything that you need to do, at least homework related. And you can, this is what I mean when I say like I convert all my syllabus to one place that I can carry this little thing around with me and just have all my homework in one place, all my due dates. It's super handy. And I think this one is like perfect for a college student. Okay, so obviously it has the monthly version, you know, like obviously it's like a month at a glance. But then for the weekly spread, it just, okay, so it has the whole week on one little page like this, which I think would be perfectly sized for writing in your homework, because honestly, I never end up using all those lines that they'll give you in like bigger agendas. So I feel like this is the perfect size for writing all of your homework in. And then on the other side is a note section. So if you're not a fan of writing to-do lists in notebooks like this, then this would be a great option to write like your weekly homework to-do list in. And then, I mean, it just says notes, so you could literally write your weekly homework to-do list and then just cross it off as you go. And there's like a little dotted section at the bottom too, which I think is super cute. So I just feel like this agenda would be perfect for a college student, and it's small enough that it's not going to take up a ton of room in your bag. And I think it's really cute. It's like white, black, and gold, and I really love it. Okay guys, so that wraps up my video. But before I go, I just want to say one more thing, that all 4 of those items that you just saw, the mini notebooks, the pens, the highlighters, and the agenda, I'm going to be giving away to one lucky winner. So how you enter this giveaway is you're going to head on over to my coordinating blog post that is always linked below, and you're just going to enter there. You're going to see a little widget that is going to tell you how to enter the giveaway. This giveaway will run for 1 week's time, so it's going to be drawn a week from the day that this video goes up. And I will get in contact with the winner, and I will get your address, and I will mail it to your house or your college dorm or whatever, wherever you want me to mail it to. So I hope that you guys will enter that giveaway, because I think that's really exciting, just to get some like free stuff at the start of a semester. I mean, why not enter? I mean, I would. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that you'll hit that subscribe button if you did enjoy it, and if you want to see more. Well, my lighting just changed a lot. And leave me a comment telling me your favorite school supplies, or your favorite thing about a start of a new semester, or what you think is important to, at the start of a new semester. So I will see you guys on Tuesday. Thanks for watching.